Hey everybody, what's going on? Thanks for swinging by. I sure do appreciate it. If this is your first time with the channel, my name is Mark.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Welcome to Fit and Fire. Let's get into this video. This time we're going to be looking at another PDW, PCC, subgun, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to use those terms interchangeably. And this is going to continue the series looking into a number of different PDWs that are out on the market. But one that has been requested the most for a number of years, even before I started this series, is definitely going to be the CZ Scorpion. This has been extremely popular for a very long time, and I thought I would do just a quick video for you guys, just a quick once over. I've only got like 2 magazines through it, so it's not really even going to be anything that will give tons of data for you guys, but I will continue to shoot this and give my thoughts by the end of the year. Maybe we'll do a end of the year look back and talk about what has been my favorite PDW of the year or whatever. We'll see what happens. Now, full disclosure, I'm not getting paid to say anything good, bad, or indifferent about this by CZ or anybody else. I want to talk about the good with the bad and let you guys decide whether or not this is going to be right for you. I did purchase this with my own monies from a local shop, so that was pretty nice. I walked in, it just so happened that they had just got it, so I was like, yep, I want it, let's get it, and we'll go from there. So let's talk about what I think is one of the biggest pros when it comes to the CZ Scorpion and why a lot of people gravitate towards it, and that is because of the aftermarket support. And something that I would kind of toss to you guys is, what do you want to see as far as, some changes to this? I will say that there is one thing that I will have to change on this if I'm going to continue to shoot it, because I just did not make my shooting experience enjoyable at all. But if there's other things that you want to see, different fire control groups, different triggers, or whatever the case may be, let me know, sound off in the comment section, because I'd kind of like to trick this out a little bit and see what else I could do with this. I do have a binary trigger for this, but I don't know if I'm going to use it. We'll touch on that here in just a second as well. But needless to say, let's talk about this particular version, and that's another great reason why a lot of people liked the Scorpion, is because there's so many different versions of the Scorpion. This is the Scorpion EVO 3S1, so this is typically a carbine length 16-inch barrel version, but they did also offer it in an 8-inch barreled version with a faux suppressor. Now, when I purchased this, this had a blast deflector instead of the faux suppressor. I just took that off and have added my rugged Obsidian 9 on here. This suppressor has been great, and one of the things that I really do like about it is the fact that this particular setup has a longer handguard that allows you to really get your arm out in front to lock this into your shoulder, giving you just that little bit extra leverage. So that's something I really do like. It's got a little bit of ambidextrous controls, not only with the mag release here, but also with your safety selector. You've got it on both sides. You do have a non-reciprocating charging handle here that locks back like a SP5, a MP5. So I'm not telling you anything that a lot of you don't already know. I do like the fact that not only do you have the ability to lock the charging handle in the open position, but you also have a bolt release as well. So if you want to utilize the HK manual of arms, you can do that. If you want to use the AR-15 manual of arms, you can do that as well. So that's something I really do like. Let's talk about that trigger real quick. Not terrible, not good, but not terrible. I'm not sure what the pull weight is. I'll show that here in just a second, but there is no take up on this particular example. It's just a straight up wall, and then you start to pull on that, and it creeps, 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 and then finally breaks over. The reset actually pushes your finger forward, audible and tactile, and then again, creep, 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 and finally breaks over. I would say if anything, this is probably pushing 6-7 pounds. It's pretty heavy. So that would be one area that I would like to see improved a little bit. Maybe that's one of the things that we should do with this. Now, another great attribute about this is the magazines. The Scorpion magazines have been copied by a number of different companies. This is a Magpul example. The magazine has been copied by like Palmetto State Armory, especially for their AKV and ARV. Those run Scorpion mags as well. And then there has been a lot of companies that have, adapted the lower fire control group for other PDWs to accept Scorpion mags as well. A prime example of that is for the Strybog SP9A3. There is a lower fire control group that not only accepts Scorpion mags, but also allows you to run AR-15 triggers and AR-15 pistol grips as well. So that is another great thing about the Scorpion that everybody has been kind of chasing, is good, reliable magazines. So that's a huge plus there. This is going to be a fully polymer design, straight blowback operation, and that is probably going to be one of the biggest complaints about the Scorpion. Is the straight blowback design ends up being pretty punchy. Couple that with the fact that this is usually going to be a little lighter than some of the other PDWs in its class. That's going to give more felt recoil at the shoulder, make it a little bit more jumpy. And yeah, some people just kind of trade that off as like, well, these are fairly inexpensive as well, so I'd rather spend the money on something like this and deal with that than spending a couple $1,000s on like a MPX or a HK MP5, SP5. That is one of the other aspects of it. And again, you have tons of aftermarket support to make this your own. So there is that. So let's talk about my range session. I took it out to the range and I only shot like 2 magazines through it. And the biggest reasons why is I just did not have a pleasurable shooting experience with it for 2 reasons. Number one, as mentioned, a little punchy because of that straight blowback. But the biggest thing ends up being this ambidextrous safety selector. This thing is embedded right into my knuckle, the way that I hold this. Obviously getting a high purchase on the pistol grip and then getting the tip of my finger on that trigger ends up positioning my knuckle right up against that lever, and it just beats my knuckle up. It was not comfortable at all. So much so that I had to change my grip from here to here. I actually rotated my grip in and got the middle part of my finger in on that trigger. That lowered my grip just enough to clear that safety selector, and I was able to finish out the magazine. I tried it again with a second magazine and I was just like, nah, this is just not good. So that is going to be the first thing that gets changed. So definitely going to need your guys' help as to not only what you would like to see as far as the safety selector, but anything else as well. Let me know. Sound off in the comment section down below. Needless to say, a lot of people like these things, and I can see why. I see the number of different things that people are attracted to, for sure. But at the end of the day, just off of my like 60 rounds that I put through it, I'm not impressed so far. But we're not going to stop here. We're going to continue to take a look at this and see what else we can do to kind of help it along, I guess is the right way to say it. But I leave it to you guys. Let me know what you think. Sound off in the comment section down below. Is the Scorpion your favorite? Do you prefer something else? Do you have one and would like something else? What are your guys' thoughts? Let me know down in the comment section. I would really appreciate it. If you guys haven't already considered subscribing, I would greatly appreciate your support there. Likes, comments, and sharing this video with your friends is another great way to support the channel. Could always use your guys' help on that as well, if I could even talk. Needless to say, we're going to go ahead and get out of here. I do appreciate everybody swinging by and checking things out. More to follow on this one, and we'll get some more rounds through it and all the other PDWs that I have coming up. With all that being said, freedom through strength. Here comes a high five. Catch you guys later. Bye, y'all.